I want to warn you, Christian, they're coming for us. They've been coming for the Jews for the last couple of years, ever since the war broke out, and now they're coming for you. You can hear it in their speak. Words like Zionism, Christian Zionism. Don't be fooled. Zionism just means a Jew's right to exist and be in their land that they had many years ago and then was given their land again in the 1940s. They just should have a right to exist and live. That's what Zionism means. If you're a Christian Zionist, it means you believe that Jews have a right to live. And so when Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens say that Christian Zionists are the worst group, they're the ones that they can't stand the most. You're declaring war on your own people because you guys claim to be Christians. And most Protestants are Zionists. Now, we know that Candace Owens is Catholic. She's made that very clear. But let's be real, Catholics. You guys aren't like the not Christians, like the true Christians. Like, you guys do your mass and you do your traditions, but it's really more of a social thing than it is like an actually deeply spiritual thing. If you really want to meet a deep Christian, they're probably Protestant because they study the Bible and they believe what the Bible says about the end of the world, and it centers around Jerusalem and it centers around Israel. Islam, Judaism, and Christianity all have the same signpost for the end of the world. And the end of the world entails an Antichrist, and the end of the world entails Jesus coming back, and the end of the world entails the entire globe coming together in unison and fighting against Jesus. We've had a growing globalism going on, and we've had growing anti-Semitic rhetoric going on, and now we've got a very subtle with the words Zionism, Christian Zionism. It's meant to sound like a bad word, but ideologically, Christian Zionism isn't, there's nothing negative about it. It just means that you're a Christian and you believe the Bible when it says bless Israel and you'll be blessed. Now, you can be against the Israeli government. You can be against genocide. Of course, you can be for Palestine and want the poor Palestinians not to be slaughtered. Yes, but that doesn't equate being anti-Israel, and it doesn't equate being anti-Christian Zionist. Be warned, Christian. If they're that blatantly saying horrible things against Jews, saying to Jewish people, go back to your country, get out of here, go back to your country, we used to consider that racist. Remember during COVID, Asian hate, people screaming, go back to your country to Asian people, and how racist and horrible that was? Or screaming it to, like, you know, Middle Eastern people or Black people, go back to your country, go back to your country in Africa, go back to your country in the Middle East. But yet we can say that to Jewish people, go back to your country, and that's totally okay. No, it's racist. It's horrible. It's hateful. And this country has been doing it for the last couple of years, and they just elected Mamdani, an anti-Semite. I know he says that anti-Semitism isn't the same thing as anti-Zionism. Yes, it is. It's semantics. It's the same thing. So an anti-Semite was just elected to be mayor of the highest populated Jewish city in the world. New York City has more Jews than any other city in the world. More Jews than Tel Aviv and Jerusalem combined. And that man just became mayor of New York City. If you don't think we're living in the end times, I encourage you to consider we're living in the end times. There are so many signposts. And we as Christians know that the end of the world is not going to be very favorable initially for us. We know that if we are here during the tribulation, whether or not you believe we're raptured before or during or after, but we as Christians know that the tribulation is not going to be easy because we are not going to be taking the mark of the beast. And the world is going to be against us, and it's not going to be easy to live in this world. That's why in the book of Revelation, over and over again, it says, saints, take heart, hold faith, because it's going to be very difficult. And when I see anti-Christian rhetoric starting, it started with the Jews, and now it's coming for us. We're the branches that's grafted in, right? So if they're coming for the Jews, they're coming for us too. And if they're saying hateful things against Jews and they're starting to say hateful things against us, this is the path that we're on. So I'm just warning you to keep your ears open And notice when people are speaking hatefully about maybe a different people group, but it's still a people group they're speaking hatefully against, you're next. Be warned, be clear.